Let me start, though, formally by thanking Mayor Benjamin for being such a good friend of ours and for opening up his city to us. All of our state, local, and federal officials who have worked around the clock to help those in need, we extend our deep gratitude to every one of you. 3 weeks ago, the nation looked to South Carolina with concern, with empathy, and dismay as the worst storm hit here since Hurricane Hugo that came down and rained on this great state. On behalf of President Obama and the entire administration, let me begin by offering our heartfelt condolences to those families who lost loved ones in the flooding that ensued. I also want to acknowledge the heroic first responders who put their own lives on the line to conduct dangerous water rescues. I was also very impressed with the ordinary citizens who sprung to action, turning their recreational boats into emergency vehicles. Because of their valiant actions, countless families trapped in their cars and homes were brought to safety as floodwater overtook streets, bridges, and neighborhoods. Today we express our solidarity with the business owners and the homeowners alike across the affected 40-county region from Columbia to the coast. We know that many families and family-owned businesses in Columbia and surrounding cities had not purchased flood insurance due to their location in non-coastal towns. We know the dam ruptures and the torrents of lake water that were unleashed have left homes and businesses underwater. SBA's disaster team was on the ground, working alongside FEMA, and within 24 hours of President Obama's declaration on October 5th, we were here. SBA has now 140 personnel on the ground assisting individuals with their disaster-related needs. We now have 23 disaster recovery centers open, up, and operating throughout the state where residents can receive assistance from both FEMA and the SBA. To locate the nearest center nearest you, I know that you know to go to sba.gov/SC. I met with Governor Haley this morning. I toured the city and the affected area, and I've learned a lot. And I want to share with you that we committed to her, as we have to the mayor, that the SBA resources are here and extended all the resources that we can bring to bear in addition to our Office of Disaster Assistance. People know that we're also known for counseling and for matchmaking and research and innovation and so many other services. Today, I say to every one of you, there is no Republicans and no Democrats today. In South Carolina, we say there are only concerned neighbors and fellow Americans. So I'm not here to deliver a platitude, I'm here to deliver capital. SBA has received more than 1,600 disaster loan applications from business owners and homeowners, renters, and nonprofit organizations. We've already approved 110 of those, and we've already deployed $2.5 million in disaster assistance. But we know that there are a whole lot more folks out there, and sometimes our pride holds us up. Sometimes we don't think to go to the federal government. I want people to know that the SBA is here for them at this time. They did not choose this situation, it came to them. And I want them to feel that we understand. I've been through disasters. I'm from Los Angeles. I lived through Northridge earthquake. I lived through the Los Angeles riots. I know what it's like to be desperate, to try to preserve your business. And this is not the time to have too much pride. This is the time to pick up the phone and call those who are ready and want to help you. Loan approvals are expected to increase, and we hope that you really will take us up on this offer. The SBA offers low-interest disaster loans of up to $200,000 to homeowners to repair or replace their primary residence. Homeowners and renters can borrow up to $40,000 to replace damaged or destroyed personal property, such as their furniture, appliances, clothing, or vehicles. We know people want to get back to their normal lives. Businesses Businesses, any size, can borrow up to $2 million to repair or replace real estate, machinery, equipment, or inventory. We also have what we call economic injury loans. This is important because people feel that if they didn't experience physical damage to their building, that they wouldn't qualify. But if, as a result of this, you have fewer customers coming into your shop, you have little traffic coming into your business, then you qualify for an economic injury. And we want you to know that we're here for you too. In addition to the 23 disaster recovery centers, we've also opened up some special business centers in Columbia, Conway, and North Charleston to provide the one-on-one counseling that many affected businesses seek and deserve. The deadline, this is important, the deadline to apply for the physical damage is December 4th. So please don't hesitate. If you're not sure if you qualify, come on in and talk to one of the fine men and women who are waiting for you, wanting to help you and guide you. Learn about what else we can do for you. For those of you who are interested, please, you can call. If you don't want to leave your home or your business, you're welcome to call us at 1-800-659-2955. And yes, for the hearing impaired, for the deaf community, we have a special line that we've set up for you at 1-800-877-8339. South Carolinians can also reach us by email at disastercustomerservice@sba.gov. We know that flooding has imposed a special heavy burden on underserved businesses and minority businesses in particular. So in addition to the disaster loan assistance, I wanted to announce that we're also going to be concentrating and providing for more micro loans for all businesses who want to just get a little injection of capital. And we want to make this capital available particularly for recovery purposes. We're proud to work with our local SBA microlender, the Beaumont County Black Chamber of Commerce, to distribute these funds in the local community. Thank you to Chamber President Larry Holman for being here and for your commitment to helping rebuild small businesses. I want to acknowledge all of the folks who have been a part of this effort, and I want to acknowledge that this is a time where I am proud to be part of the lending community. I came from a community bank, and I can tell you that already one community bank has stepped forward to provide more injection to match our microloan dollars. So we invite other community banks and other private sector giants who want to continue to spur more injection, more economic recovery into the region, to step forward and help us at this time. We're hopeful that you will be encouraged by what you see happening here today. We know that a small working capital loan of even just $10,000 can make all the difference in helping small Main Street businesses keep their doors open. South Carolina's business development centers are available. Our SCORE counselors and the women business centers have all pledged to provide counseling services free of charge. This will include things like financial accounting and marketing, business planning to help business owners reestablish their operations and plan for their future. It'll help in reconstructing damage or destroyed business records and so forth. Let me just say, we have a lot of work ahead of us in the days and the weeks and the months to follow, but SBA will be here as long as it takes to help South Carolina recover and rebuild. What I've always been impressed by when I come out to see these disasters is that this brings out the best of Americans. And I see here that it's brought out the best of the community in South Carolina. So I encourage all of you to come together to be fellow Americans, to help your neighbors and your brothers and your sisters. And I thank you for it, and I know that you will feel better for it. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to be here and to thank President Obama for his wisdom in appointing Maria Contreras-Sweet as the administrator of the SBA. The prompt and immediate and substantial response of the SBA in the wake of our flooding disaster was very visible. Your people have been on the ground here, working hard, supporting the great work that Elliot Cooper and his team have been doing here for years, very quickly, and I couldn't be more thankful. On behalf of a great city and a very vibrant business community, and it's important to note, oftentimes as public officials, we like to take credit for a lot of great things that are happening here. We've seen a 40% decrease in the unemployment rate, $1.2 billion invested in our city's downtown over the last 5 years. People are going back to work and in record numbers, and that's because we have a good, strong, vibrant business community here. The tools that have been employed through the SBA have helped stand up and support and sustain many businesses until they became strong and flourishing. These additional tools made available to our citizens and our corporate citizens in the wake of this great disaster will only help to further us making our vision a reality. Our vision for Columbia, for some of you who cover us regularly, know that we want Columbia to be the most talented, educated, and entrepreneurial city in America. In order to be entrepreneurial, you have to have the support, a great public-private sector support, the kind that the SBA has been proud of delivering for decades. So, Madam Administrator, we're so happy to have you here. We're so thankful for your team that's been on the ground and working very hard. I want to underscore one very important point that the Administrator has made, and that's, of course, that we won't have forever to avail ourselves of these resources. SBAs throughout the community and town hall meetings and every neighborhood meetings that we've held at the disaster recovery centers. They pretty much any place we ask them to be, your folks have been there. Let's take advantage of these resources while they're here on the ground and paying attention to the people of Columbia in the Midlands. If you need a quick response, obviously you can go to the websites and the numbers that the Administrator has shared, but 1-800-621-FEMA will help you get access to any and all resources that you may need. So thank you all so much for being here. I want to thank our friends in the media and the Fourth Estate. You begin to realize in these challenging times exactly how important the sharing this information and transparency and getting the messages out to the citizens is. So I want to thank you all for being here, and happy to wrap up right now, and myself and the Administrator and any of our team happy to yield any questions. Thank you.
Right. Just a point of clarification. I just wanted to be really clear that while we're here right now on this disaster assistance recovery program, we are always here.
Sure.
Our district director is always here, and we have a fine office and a fine team always ready to provide counseling, access to capital, and access to markets. And so I just want to make sure that we're here with an intense effort, but on an ongoing basis. Our district director is a fine team, and they're here as part of your family.